Shall we be off then?
Alright everyone, welcome back to the final episode here of the solo run, and we're going to be running the Fion build that we've been building all the entire solo run, sort of solo, semi-solo run here that we had, and as we had our face bitten off by the Wolf King in the last episode, hopefully we have a better chance here against the Virginborn. And as this is a very difficult fight as well, we actually do stand a chance in that regard. So it's very nice that we actually have a chance to actually get through here. Okay, so let's head on in, and it's all about the charge attacks and swing and move around. Okay, okay, good. There we go. Whoops. Okay, there we go. And now, okay, good, we got the chain back to back here. Oh, and this stupid thing is not letting us get ultra chains here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's go ahead and heal. And let's go for this, and this, and this. Okay. And, oh, we didn't get the chain, so now we have to dodge into the wall here. Okay. And let's go for the charge attacks. Now it's going to stagger. Good. Now we want to be hitting this thing in the face at all times. You don't want to hit it anywhere else except the face. Okay. And one more. There we go. Okay. So that is how you take it into the end game here and do the Virginborn this way. And this is why the Fion build here versus the Virginborn is so powerful, simply because of the fact that it completely ruins this thing, and we get Hades for finishing up the Skull King, and as this brings us to the conclusion here of the solo run, we will go ahead and kind of recap the series here, and if you're attempting to run Code Vein solo and do a level 1, obviously the sticking points, the extreme sticking points, were the Successor of the Throat, they were Mido, and they are the Skull King. Those three are the monstrous difficulty spikes that you come across, as we have the ability here to take on basically everything in the game very easily, very solo, very fun adventuring style and everything. So let's take a seat here. So again, if you're going to be running a solo single level 1 kind of run here, I would suggest that the best thing you go for is gifts early on, as you have access to some really good spikes, and you have access to some other, I guess we can't look at our blood codes while we're sitting down. So here in Fighter, I've seen a lot of people go for a Blood Guard, as this is only useful here versus the Skull King and versus the Attendant. There's not too many things that are blood damage in the game. The Wolf Berserker would be one of them, but I see people pick it up in the first level of the game. That's absolutely useless. It doesn't do anything for you. So we started with Caster, and we started Dark Gifting from the very beginning, and we Dark Gifted all the way to the end. Here, basically, we light and dark gifted switched, and there wasn't a whole lot of times where we were actually using physical weapons and physical attacks, as the end of the game here is all about physical attacks, as the Skull King and the Virginborn have extreme resistances, 50% up to 50% resistances against the elements that we have to throw at it, but the physical gifts are very, very good here at the end, as we get the gifted Black Greatsword up to about 1608 on a swing. And if we look at these gifts here, okay, and this brings us up here to, where is it? Here we go, 1608. So we have a base of 681, which is extremely high for level 1, and we have a scaling of 927, all thanks to the fact that we are getting monstrous amounts of light value out of our Blood Veil here, to add up with Bridge to Glory, and because it's gifted, we get 3/4 of that 728 added to our scaling value, or 726 added to our scaling value for the weapon, and so we get really, really high damage value even here at the end of the game at level 300. As I'm sure you've seen, or if you didn't see, you should go check it out. The fight versus the Virginborn was a 26-second kill, and we killed it with swords and blood veils and drain attacks and regular two-handed swords and all kinds of things. And as it can go down very quickly, this is probably the best setup here that you can go for as a level 1 to put the Virginborn down. And it's actually a pretty fun fight, and it's pretty useful. But so that kind of recaps the entire solo run, and we will be heading on it back into the road to 100 and doing other speed kills with different things. So I hope you all enjoyed and learned something from each of these sections of the game as a level 1, and kind of more of a perspective of what you would do solo. And as you saw, the sticking points, we just had to call in for help on those, so thank you to everyone who joined and helped us out on those different areas, especially on the last fight with the Skull King, as that was just absolutely miserable. But as this is the set of blood codes that we went for, to make sure that we picked up everything at various times. We had adrenaline, we had health boost basically through the entire game, as that helped us considerably. We had stamina boost, as stamina management is just absolutely horrendous as a level 1, and as a first playthrough, stamina is just absolutely bonkers. So let's see, as 2.2 million, what our levels would actually get up to if we were going to use up the 2.2. Let's see how high we would get. And you can see our stamina there going up considerably. So we can get to level 105 if we need to, and we're at what's our stamina now? 124, and that can go to 201. And even with all of our tricks here and stamina and everything, we can only get to about 160, 170. So we're not even anywhere close to the stamina we could even get from just leveling. So as you're going through stamina, I would say that stamina management is just the number one thing that you need to go for. Flame weapon from Prometheus, we had to have that for the Ridge of Frozen Souls. For Hunter, we had to go for Hunter to get blood sacrifice and ranged impact at certain points. For Mercury, we needed a lightning weapon to head through the cathedral. For Hermes, we didn't really pick up anything here except Frostspike, as we need that for the cathedral as well. For Darkseeker, we picked up Sanguine Roar, as that was important for the what was that? The Successor of the Ribcage, as well as regular adventuring versus Most of the Lost. For Atlas, we need Foul Blood Barrier, and where is it? We need Foul Blood Barrier from here, and Iron Will. Iron Will comes from Berserker, and we needed Iron Will from Berserker. So I kind of got ahead of myself. From Assassin, we needed Sharpened Fangs for adventuring, and Overdrive and Night Stalker, Numbing Mark. All of these were really good to pick up. From Artemis, we needed basically the Artemis blood code, so we could have access to these two, Night Stalker and Night Fog Veil, for the ending of the game here. And we also needed Ice Armor for the Cannoneer and Blade Bearer fight. We needed Freezing Roar along the way, as that was pretty good for some of the adventuring in the underground, in the Ashen Cavern. For Queen's Ribcage, we absolutely needed this for Dusk Edge, Icarus Ice, and Twilight. All three of those were very useful and helpful. For Eos, we definitely needed Mind and Vitality up, we needed Bridge to Glory, and we needed Elemental Wall to get through the Cannoneer and Blade Bearer. And for Pheon, we needed this for the end of the game here, specifically for the Virginborn. And Red Shoot's Frost Weapon and Ice Barrage, we needed Ice Barrage and Frost Weapon for the what is that guy? The Gilded Hunter, as he was in the underground, the Ashen Cavern, and we needed that from him. Dark Knight, we didn't really pick up anything from here except Flame Protection. This is important for the City of the Falling Flame, as well as the Kitty fight with the Successor of the Claw, as well as the Cannoneer and Blade Bearer. Then from Skothic, what was important here was Time Crunch for the end of the game here. So you have to save Emily in order to pick up Time Crunch to have it here at the end, to pair with Pheon, to pair with the Black Greatsword, and the Black Greatsword is what we picked up. right after we picked up Dark Knight. We farmed that fella right in front of the door with the dog tags. Then from Harmonia, we pick up Mind and Willpower to give us more mind, more light value for our Noble Silver here for the end of the game, and that was very useful. Gift Prowess and Volatile Storm, those were useful for adventuring through the end of the government center here. Here from Heimdall, we needed Charge Accelerator on our Fion build here, and we needed Nightfog Veil. Regeneration Shift is nice to have, but it's not really that important to have. Hephaestus, we didn't even pick up anything from Hephaestus as it doesn't really leverage too much here for us, as this was more important to have these things going for Fion. From Hades, obviously we just picked this up, so there's nothing here that would be useful for us during the game. Ishtar, we didn't really need anything here. Asclepius, as this is a DLC, there's nothing really here. Harbinger, nothing. And from Estrella, if you have the pre-order, Lightning Spike is very useful for the Cathedral, but not absolutely necessary, as you can pick up Lightning Barrage right before the Cathedral and have access to that. But it's nice to have two gifts because of cooldowns. So that's kind of the recap of how everything went and why we picked what we did. And if you have a better way of going about it, I'd love to know about it. I'd love to see it. I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to chat about it in the comments. Just let me know. And this has been a lot of fun at the beginning and a lot of arduous screaming and raging here at the end, trying to just claw our way across the finish line. So hope you all enjoyed that. Hope you all learned something, and maybe we'll do something equally exciting, or at least a lot more fun for me on my end, and bludgeoning myself in the face with pipes and such is it's fun, but it just takes so much time, and time is a commodity these days. So hope you all enjoyed that, learned something, and maybe you don't agree, and I'd love to see where you disagree. I'd love to see where you agree, where you learned, where you hated me, where things went on. But this has been me and my solo-ish, semi-solo level 1 run. I hope you all enjoyed that, and we'll see you again.